What's up? We are live. Let me see if we're live. For real. Can you text me the link to that when you find it? What's up, guys? Florida State game just ended. We are hanging out. Florida State falls to 0-4, 31-23 loss to Louisville. How you guys feeling? Clemson loses. I think my internet is not. Are we still live? My computer crashed. Sorry about that. Tennessee just scored? Oh, we got a tie ball game in Gainesville. So how you guys feeling? Can you guys see me? Is this thing working now? Somebody tell me if this is working. Somebody tell me if this is working. I'm here. Yeah, the transfers haven't been working out too great for Florida State. All right, we're live. Finally, we got it going. Here we go. All right, we're here. You're here. I'm here. My computer's not crashing anymore. And the Florida Gators just gave up a touchdown to Tennessee. All right, yeah, Clemson fell today. Texas A&M. What's up with Jimbo? How you guys feeling? Let's get in here. Let's talk about this game. Let's talk about all the games that are going on today. What did you guys think of Florida State? I mean, they came up short, but who thought we'd be still watching the game with a minute left to go when they were down 31-7? I didn't. All right, let me tweet this out. How do I do this? Oh, here's the live video. I didn't. All right, let me tweet this out. How do I do this? Yeah. We're still going to do the instant reaction podcast like normal. I'm waiting on Chris and Brendan to get out of the Mike Norvell and the players' press conferences, and then we're going to record a normal on the bench like we normally do that will be on iTunes, and you guys can listen to it and all that. But we're just here. Yeah, we can just talk about Texas A&M and Clemson. We don't even have to talk about Florida State tonight. Were you guys surprised to see NC State undo Clemson? I guess they've had some chances in the last couple of years to beat Clemson, and they haven't taken advantage, but they did today. How about those Canes? Yeah, they're back, huh? Previous years, the team would have quit. Glad they made it a game. Yeah, I think so. I think the previous year's teams would have quit against Notre Dame as well. Is the Norvell presser not available to the public in real time? No, I don't think so. I have the Zoom link if you guys want it. Series, is Clemson now a winnable game? Sure. FSU's 0-4, but let's call Clemson a winnable game. I don't know. I think it makes it a little bit easier, but I don't know if I'd call it winnable just yet. Would you? All right, let me get this out. Oh shit. What's the score of the Gator game? Is it 7-7? Yeah. All right. So let's recap this Florida State game. FSU is now 0-4 on the season. They're 0-2 in the ACC, and they fell to Louisville tonight 31-23. The game was at home. FSU has not began a season 0-4 since 1974. Meanwhile, Louisville improves to 3-1, and they start 1-0 in ACC play. FSU was down big. They were down 17-0 to start the game. 31-7 with 2 minutes remaining in the first half. So with 2 minutes remaining in the first half, I thought we were going to see a second half full of FSU second teamers. I thought maybe we were going to get to see Chubba Purdy in the second half. But FSU made it interesting. They scored on their second to last possession of the first half and carried that momentum over into the second half. And really the defense stood up. A lot of 3-and-outs. Could have used some turnovers, but the 3-and-O's definitely helped. The 3-and-outs definitely helped. The defense showed up in the second half. You got to credit the defense. Big time plays were made by Jermaine Johnson, Jarvis Brownlee. The defense showed up. Keir Thomas has that pick six. Maybe we win the game, huh? All right. Let's see what you guys have to say. Hot board time. Hot board. Not yet, but maybe soon. You can call it a fight all you want. Both Notre Dame and Louisville had huge leads and took their foot off the gas. That's a good point. This guy's like Les Miles without the grass. Milton is frustrating to watch. Milton is fool's gold. If we had to get that second half team the rest of the year, I'll be happy. Second half has been much better. Milton going down without anybody touching him that late. No. I mean, it just goes to show you what the quarterback situation is for Florida State. They're playing what they think is their best option. Jordan Travis can't stay healthy the way he plays. I've said that for the last 2 years. I don't know if he's a long-term option. I think you're going to always be battling with injury with him. Yeah, I understand it. You guys are fed up. Fed up. What's going on in this Gator game? Your biggest complaint with Norvell and Dillingham is the number of times or chances taken on offense, leave or D with a short field to defend. Yeah, I think so too. But at the end of the day, they're just trying to win the ball game, I think. Emmett Rice is hurt. He's been hurt. Emmett Rice has been out all season and all off season. He says the right things, but the outcome isn't good enough. Not at all. Play calling on offense is so damn bad. It's like they're on the sideline. I think some of the play calls worked. They just didn't, passes were dropped or missed blocks. But yeah, it's frustrating to watch for sure. There's no doubt about it. Where's the DC hot board? I mean, like I said, it could be coming soon. I don't think they're going to make any changes midseason. If I hear of that, obviously we'll report it. But right now, based on what we're hearing, I don't think any coaching changes happen until after the season. Our receivers suck overall. I agree. Parchment showed up tonight, but seriously misplayed that last ball. Yeah, I mean, Parchment, I think, has been a miss. I think Parchment's been a miss up to this point. He's not a playmaker. I mean, he needs to make that play. It's a one-on-one. You got to go up for the ball. You got to beat the defender. They both had a chance at it, and the defender made a better play than Parchment. And I've been seeing that all season from him. He is not a number one wide receiver. He came to Florida State because he wasn't playing enough at Kansas and wanted to become a number one. He's not a number one. I mean, he might be playing number one, but he's not a true number one. Why switch to the run so late? Because they were playing off the ball. FSU was down by 20 points, and you got to run the ball. You're not going to be able to throw it. They probably have 6 DBs on the field. Bobby says his takeaway is yes, some coaching and personnel decisions are suspect. FSU needs better players, period. Can't argue with that. Can the taller receivers not win jump balls? No, that's been a major problem for Florida State. They don't have receivers that can win a one-on-one battle, and that's it's really crazy to say, but we don't have any guys that can just go up and get it. It's not good. All right. What else you guys got? Going to be tough to hold on to the recruiting class together with this record. 0-4. Nobody has decommitted yet. 0-12, 1-0. Keyman 15. Bring back Jeremy Pruitt. Kyle May, stop with the DC change. Defense has improved. Is the game over? Yes, the game is over. Florida State loses to Louisville and falls to 0-4 on the season. Why no Chuba? Because Chuba is not the answer. I think we've seen a little bit of him, but I think we would have seen Chuba had FSU fallen behind more. If it was a blowout, I think we see Chuba Purdy in the second half probably, but I don't think he's not the long-term solution for Florida State. Is it too late for Destin Hill to enroll? No, but I wrote on Knowles 24/7 a new update on Destin Hill, the latest on what I'm hearing. It was in the recruiting scoop on Friday. Y'all should have retained Kendall Briles. Player of the game for FSU? Probably I'd go Jayshon Corbin, right? Milton clearly is not either. Player of the game for FSU. Corbin. I got to go Corbin. Who we hiring this offseason, by the way? If you guys are firing all these coaches, who we hiring? Who we hiring? So Florida State, They made a run there at the end. They really did a good job containing Malik Cunningham in the second half. He was 25 of 39 for 264 yards and 2 touchdowns through the air. He also had 2 rushing touchdowns and 56 yards on the ground. So he did produce 4 touchdowns, but Malik Cunningham was kind of slowed down in the second half by Florida State. They did a good job. There were some penalties there that definitely helped Florida State out, some holding calls that went FSU's way. FSU had 1 sack and 5 tackles for loss against Cunningham. Louisville, on the other hand, had 6 sacks and 11 tackles for loss. I think you can see where the game was won and lost for Florida State. Let's see what you guys have to say. Oh, Manny Diaz, Pruitt, Muschamp. We're naming DCs. I know last week you were hating, but Joe Brady to Tally. No, I'm going Kevin Steele. Kevin Steele's my guy if we're replacing a DC at the end of the season. I think I'm going with Kevin Steele. He's sitting at home right now. Auburn owes him about $5 million over the next 2 years. We get a bargain. That's my guy. Cooper got PT over Tate. That should tell you where Tate is at. Yeah, we've been telling you guys Tate's been on the scout team all season so far. I don't think that's a secret. If you read the practice reports on Knowles 24/7. So Chuba isn't good. I mean, we've seen a little bit of him, and we've seen the play from the quarterbacks. I don't think he's the answer. I don't think I don't think so. What happened to FSU helmet stickers? I don't know. I'll ask. Maybe they need to win a game before they get helmet stickers. Penalties were down. That was a bright spot. Can we play on Friday nights so recruits can't watch? I'll see if we can request a couple games. Why is Brownlee inconsistent week to week? Well, that is the problem. If we knew. All right, our offense is bad. No NFL talent, but maybe Corbin and Ward. Yeah, Parchment seems to show improvement too, but it appears clear. Yeah, Florida State needs some playmakers. I mean, wherever they come from, we don't have any on offense. Parchment clearly is not. If he was a big-time wide receiver, he would come down with that catch on the last play of the game, the interception. I mean, you got to have a wide receiver that can go up and get it. If he's a true number one, you got to win a one-on-one battle. That's what he had. He had a one-on-one battle, and the DB won it, and he picked off the ball. How much roster flip do you see at the end of the season with guys leaving the program? Quite a bit. I mean, the purge has been on, but, there'll be a lot of guys leaving the program due to graduation, due to the fact they've been here for 5 years and they want to go. But you still got to replace that talent with better talent. They've got to look for they've got to look to the portal, obviously. But the portal has not been advantageous to Florida State. The Brendan Gann experience is a roller coaster of emotions. I like that. I agree. You want to see him play physical, but you don't want to see him cost the team. Mike Norvell has got to go. I disagree. Unfortunately for you, I don't think that's the case. He's not going anywhere. This is our season. Maybe next year we can get to 500. One step at a time. Do you think the recruiting class sticks because they see so many one-on-ones? No, I think the recruiting class sticks because Florida State coaches did a good job of letting them know that this is going to be a work in progress. I don't know if the whole class will stick. I think about 65 to 75% of the class will stick, but the ones that matter are at the top, right? Like there's a handful of guys that really matter. That's Travis Hunter, that's AJ Duffy, that's Sam McCall, that's Travion Williams. I think those 4 are the most important players in the class. The others, yes, they're important, but if you lose the top of that class and keep the rest, I don't care. It's still disappointing. Florida State needs these playmakers like the guys that I named to get better. Bulk up Brownlee and move him to linebacker. Oh, that's a terrible idea. What's your take on the O-line play? They seemed a bit better. They gave up, 6 sacks and a couple tackles for loss. I agree. I think they're a bit better, but still just Robert Scott didn't look healthy out there. I know he came back, he's been out with injury, but he was obviously very slow on the right tackle side. Couldn't really get out there on the pass block and cost FSU a couple sacks. It's great to see him out there, but, he's still not at 100%. What was the last offensive play about Milton had to? He had a one-on-one with his number one wide receiver, Andrew Parchment, the guy that you brought in from Kansas to make these plays, and he didn't make the play. The ball was there. He's got one-on-one coverage, and he gets beat by the DB, and the DB takes his lunch. Your thoughts on the trick play, the direct snap to Corbin? It didn't work, so it's not any good. It looked like if Wilson was paying attention, the tight end on the end of the line, it looked like he was either, I don't know what he was doing. But obviously, I don't like the play call if it doesn't work. Is FSU losing to Syracuse? Is Fuller fired? I know they gave up a lot, but how many 3-and-outs did Fuller's defense have down the stretch? How many times did FSU's offense? Look, bottom line, Florida State isn't a program that's firing their defensive coordinator mid-season. While I think the defense can play a lot better, and I think they could make a change after the season, I don't expect FSU to make a defensive coordinator change like after a game or after a loss. This program is further away than just a defensive coordinator change. You know what I mean? Because if you fire Fuller after today's game, does the defense get better? Does it suddenly does somebody come in and just make a big difference? No, it's going to be the same defense. It's going to be the same defense. But I understand the frustration. Don't get me wrong. What do you think happens with Julian Ormella or Marvin Jones? I don't feel good about FSU's chances right now. We said all summer that they had to play better. They had to do well. Yeah, Florida State's not in a position to fire their head coach. I wouldn't really take that too serious. I don't think they're in position to do that, unfortunately, or fortunately, depending on what side of the ball you're on. All right, the guys are wrapping up right now with Mike Norvell. I'm going to jump on the Knowles 24/7 podcast on the bench, and we are going to do an instant reaction podcast. So thank you guys for joining me. This was fun. I will be back later this week and take some more questions.